momentous choice that you made in your life in politics, and you crossed the floor to the Progressive Conservatives 10 years ago. A month later, you apologize. You lost, didn't get the nomination a few months later. I think you said it was a very low point, I think, in your personal and professional career.
Not my best choice.
10 years later, you're Premier of Alberta, which was your dream. You won 92% support at the UCP AGM. How do you reflect on the last 10 years?
What I would say is I began to get uneasy that having two Conservative parties in Alberta would result in a vote split and lead to a left-wing party getting elected. It wasn't very obvious at the time that I made my choice to join Jim Prentice's team. And it turned out that was exactly the case. Two Conservative parties battled it out in the subsequent election. The vote split, they won fewer seats, and there was 4 years of NDP. And I think what happened then is the Conservative movement had to do a reckoning. Do we really have more that divides us or more that unites us? And I think my predecessor, Jason Kenney, and Brian Jean did great work to bring the two parties together, and I just felt like it's my job to try to keep it together. So when it looked like it was potentially going to shatter again, this really hard-fought for coalition, I thought, you know what, I should get into the race just to see what I can do to make sure that people know that I don't think that that's the pathway. And it turned out that people agreed. So I'm very pleased that they gave me another chance.
And also about not giving up as well on your goals, because that was part of, I think, your professional goal was at the time as well to become a premier, and here we are 10 years later.
Well, I now understand a lot more, I think, about our own membership, that sometimes that you have to give people time to process and give time people to think through some of the policies that you're putting forward, some of the ideas you're putting forward. Sometimes I jump the gun a little bit, and I need to give time for people to think it through on their own. So I try to be a little bit more patient. I was maybe a little bit too impatient in the past. It didn't turn out well for our movement, and but I have learned an awful lot from it. And I believe in the power of forgiveness, honestly. I mean, I don't think that there's a single one of us, especially those of us who've been in public life, who haven't said something dumb or done something dumb. And I gather, what I think I've seen in Albertans is they are quite forgiving. You have to genuinely show that you learn from your experience, which I think I did. And I was pleased that they gave me another chance.
Rapidly, what should Albertans look forward from their government in the next year?
A lot. We have a very ambitious agenda. I made my mandate letters available online so that people could see exactly where we're going. We've started about 90% of the things on that list. And I do want to get them all done, and then we'll be able to have a new throne speech with new mandates that will come through. So we're in a hurry. We've got a lot to do. We have to make some solid improvement on healthcare, make sure everybody has a family doctor, and reduce the times people are waiting for surgeries down to something medically reasonable. We've got to address affordability, hopefully accelerate the tax cut. We'll be bringing through our budget, so you'll be able to see more about that. And we've got to address the issues of compassionate intervention. That's kind of the last piece of our Alberta recovery model. Got a lot of schools to build, probably have some health facilities we'll need to build as well. So we still have a lot more to do, and we're looking forward to getting into the new year to do them.
And we're looking forward to talking about it. Madame Premier, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Joyeux Noël. Thank you.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you. See you next year.
Thank you.